that there are some people in your life that God put in your life. I didn't know you were gonna be coming up here from Fort Lauderdale. I remember one time we had a game, and I think we just beat up on somebody. We were good that year. We were whooping up on everybody. And after the game, it had about what 8, 9, 10 o'clock. We all done jumped in the car and drove to Georgia. You remember that?
Yeah.
We had a car driving to Georgia. Now I don't think none of y'all knew this. Now anybody don't be blaming me now. We got back to Gameville. Boy, I almost ran off the road. I was so sleepy. I had to pull out the road. Y'all ain't know. Y'all were already knocked out because we came from playing that game. We don't fell asleep. I got me a nap. I jumped back up. I said, let's go. We trucked all the way to Athens, Georgia.
Yeah, we did.
Me, you, Lo, and I think it Keith Postal.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Drove up there and went to watch Georgia play. I think they're playing Georgia Tech, they're playing against Georgia Tech. And we up there and we watching the games, and it was just an amazing experience. The talk, the ride, us up there.
The recruiting trip.
Yeah, recruiting trip.
Yeah.
We ride. We had our own recruiting trip, right? And I don't know if your aunt and nobody knew what we were doing. They're like, "You going with Colo? All right, go ahead." They trusted that, right? They trusted that. Hey, we're back again on the Listen to Lo show, and you are listening to Lo. And remember what I said, 2 ears, 1 mouth. You never know what you might miss when you're listening to Lo. And the motivational quote of today is, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. My mom always told me that there. Whatever you can believe you can do, and if you do everything it takes to be the best, you can achieve all them goals. I always tell my kids all the time, write down 3 goals. Every year, write down 3 goals that you want to achieve. But the only way you're going to achieve it, if you're going to believe it. Now, I told them, don't just put it in the air. Don't just have it anywhere. Have it on your phone. Put it in your notes. Write it down. Put it on your wallpaper. Put it on your mirror when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror. When you look at yourself and tell yourself that you're the greatest. Look in the mirror and look at them 3 goals and ask yourself every morning, am I getting close to my goal? Am I about to achieve my goals? And me, my 3 goals was, 1, to be a coach and be the best coach I can be in life. Number 2, make sure I continue to be a great businessman. And number 3, make sure that I'm impacting youth kids all over the world. Now, I don't want to be a coach for a season. I don't want to be a coach for a reason. I want to be a coach for life. And that's why they call me Coach Lo for life. And right now I have one of the best athletes I have seen around, one of the best athletes I have trained, one of the best athletes I have built a relationship with right now in the studio sitting on the Listen to Lo show. And I'm talking about a guy that believed it and achieved it and probably have a lot more to achieve in life. I have an Olympian in the building today. And right now I have the 2017 indoor champion, 2018 outdoor champion, bronze medal in 2022 world champion, and a 2-time Olympian. Donna Scott is on the Listen to Lo show. Donna, what's going on?
What up, Coach?
I wrote that down the other Donna.
You did?
Yeah,
you did.
I do. One thing about Lo, I do remember. I do remember. And the reason I remember because I follow. And I always told you way back when you came from Fort Lauderdale, moved up here to Apopka, Florida. I know I'm right from Apopka, right? Came here with your aunt.
Yeah.
Right? And right away, you hit it off real fast with my son, Lowood Jr., right?
Yeah.
Right away. And that relationship started right there. We always talk about on the Listen Lo show, we always talk about coach-player relationship. But I do really feel like our relationship was bigger than coach because it was more than just, I'm your coach, right? Because it was a short stint at the time when you was at Apopka High School. You were playing football, Lo playing football, and it's almost like a new journey for you. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that journey. You're coming from Fort Lauderdale, coming to Apopka. Break down that journey in high school, and how you navigated that journey to be Donna Scott.
Well, I always knew that I wanted to be an athlete. I just didn't have the opportunity until I hit, high school. Because I didn't play Pop Warner, didn't have the money, type stuff, everything that came with it. But once I hit high school, I knew, it was time for me to, it's like branch off, from band and, flag football and doing actual, organized sports like track and tackle football. So, it's like once I got involved and got coaches around me, I just easily gravitated towards it, and I just listened. You know,
Yes.
it's like if you listen and, and follow, and it just and just surround yourself with good, people. Everything will start clicking for you, and I think that's what happened with me.
Well, I tell you, it's so funny, like, you never know what you're gonna find out when you're talking to someone on the show, right? Did I hear you say the word band?
Yeah.
Man, you went in no band. You was in the band? See, even Low don't know everything. Right? So so
Yeah,
you
middle school.
middle school, you was in the
Middle
band.
school, yeah.
Now
Yeah.
man, no one how did that happen?
I don't know, man. I just love music, the sound of music. So, I kind of use music as an escape when I was it's like younger.
Hmm.
So I just gravitated towards the sound of music. I started playing the trumpet, and then I branched off to do the drums. And
Hmm.
then from there, my sound of music just, always stuck with me.
Wow, so a lot of amazing musicians out there and artists out there that can do so many different instruments.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder and all the guys. It's just amazing how they can play so many different instruments. And right away, you just told me about the talent you have. You was a trumpet, then we're gonna be on the
Mhm.
drums. Just trying different things. Not afraid to try
Yeah.
something different, right? And that roll right into let me try track. Right, I can run. I'm
Yeah.
talented. They say everybody from Miami fast anyway. So, and then you come to Apopka, everybody in Apopka fast too. So you came to the right place. You brought
Yeah.
that talent to the talent right there. So what made you start? I'm gonna get right into track.
Yeah.
Why you start running track?
Um, I don't know, just younger, always like, playing like street football and stuff like that, just running around and stuff. So when I got to high school, I just gravitated towards track, and it was competitive, so I liked being competitive too. So um, but triple jump came about when the coach, Coach Prophet, at the time, he seen me jump over it's like steeplechase barrier, and then he just, tossed me a triple jump,
Yeah.
showed me a little bit, and then from there it just went. Each year I just got better at it, and then I also did some relays um, and hurdles. So
Yeah.
I did a lot of events. I'm doing both sports. It definitely taught me a lot.
Yeah, but
It's a
I already
lot.
hear
It's a
something how
lot.
you keep saying, I did hurdles, I jumped the steeplechase, I did this, I did the relay, so many different races, and a lot of them are individual, because track's an individual sport. And a
Yeah.
lot of people don't like doing the individual sport. They like the team sport because they got some help, right? You're willing to jump out in that challenge to say, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
And it's so, and I'm telling you what even crazy. You say you're doing a steeplechase, a coach recognized. It goes back where I'm always saying, you never know who's watching,
Mhm.
right? So you out there just being Donald, right? Just trying different things. They're doing different things. And I go back when I was in high school and junior high school, I was out there just jumping over these tires. And the coach looked at me and said, hey, man, you need to jump the hurdles. And I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, okay. And next thing you know, I'm about one of the fastest in the state of Florida. So you never know who's watching at the same time. But at the same time, you still have to be willing to take on that challenge because, hurdles is hard.
Yeah.
That's that there. That thing can boy, you can get broke up hurt like playing football. Cause boy, you hit one or you hit that ground, it
Yeah.
ain't soft. It's
Yeah.
hard. It can break you up. But then doing that
Mhm.
triple jump, that take a lot of training and technique and being on point and dedication.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a lot. But
Yeah.
at the same time, before you even got to the track, you also were doing football. And with football, you're a two sports athlete.
Mhm.
And you continue doing two sport, which is very tough to do.
Yeah.
What did you do to keep yourself motivated? Say, okay, I'm gonna play football. I'm gonna run track. And I'm in high school. I still got to go to school to get my grades.
Yeah.
How did you balance both and being good at both?
Yeah. Well, at the time playing for Coach Darlington, they did the wing tee. So at receiver, we don't get too much love, but I was a team player, and I did my job when it was time. But I can say I wanted to go to a college that will allow me to do both, and most colleges don't. So I made sure I went to a school that allowed me to do both. So I had my options. I didn't know how far triple jump gonna take me.
Mhm.
I just wanted to do it,
Right,
just because it
right,
was something I was good at,
right, right.
so, I was able to balance both in college, um, again, I had no injuries with it, only time I got hurt was playing football, hamstrings, stuff like
Right,
that,
right.
but, other than that, yeah, I did a pretty good job managing both.
Well, no, but just I want to fly back to high school and playing football. Played at Apopka High School. Coach Dalton, great year, successful season, winning season. I think we're one step from the state championship game. And
Mhm.
but you played wide receiver out there, and most people would just leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and I can catch a ball. I can, but you chose to stay and be out there and be a team player. Why?
I don't know, it's like I just wanted to, be where I was, you know, it's like where I started at basically, I knew it's like me doing my job, led to, us winning games and stuff like that. So, why not being a team player? But I did think about leaving and stuff like that, but um, I don't know, my heart was just always with a Apopka for some reason.
Yeah, but it has bleed that blue.
Yeah.
Well, that's big. That's huge. For to say, you follow your heart, right? A lot of
Mhm.
people don't follow their heart, right? They just follow the image,
Yeah.
right? Instead of following what's authentic and what's following our heart, and staying at a Apopka, playing football at a Apopka, and then roll right into track and field from there. Tell me, it's an accomplishment. I already know the accomplishment in football because you caught a lot of deep passes. You're a deep ball threat, right?
Mhm.
They get tight into the run, and next thing you know, Donald Scott on the sideline don't win 50-yard, catching 50-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
But I want to go into track, high school and track, because track don't give out a whole lot of scholarships, and it's tough. If
Yeah.
you just did one sport and all you did was track, you had to do something amazing. What was your accomplishment with the triple jump in high school for a coach to even come and look at you and say, "Hey, we wanted you to come, jump for us"?
How it is in track, it's like in order to get a full ride, you gotta be at least top 3 in your state, or you feel me, top 5 in the country type, but, it's like when I mean, it's like I wasn't too good out of high school and triple jump, but, it's like towards my senior year, I already committed to Eastern Michigan for football
Right.
and track, so, I guess I probably turned away schools 'cause I wasn't getting approached by nobody, so, you know, um, I already had my mind, where I was going anyway, so, oh man, my bad about that.
That's all good.
Um, but I only jumped, what, 48 feet coming out of high school, 49 feet, and
Mm,
that's way below average.
right.
You got kids jumping 50 feet, 51, 52. You feel me, out of high school, so I wasn't on the, you feel me, all watch list for track or all watch list for football.
Right.
It's like football. I had one good spring game against the land where I was at wingback.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
I scored like 5 touchdowns. So,
yeah.
and then Eastern Michigan, they was out there and
Yeah.
you feel me, they seen something in me and it's like they gave me a chance and I went with it.
I go. I'm back with it again. What they say? They say you never know who's watching. I keep going back to
Yeah,
that
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
here it is, they put you in
yeah,
a position you don't really play the position. And I was at the game, because I know you right there with low playing,
yeah.
and you hit the corner, boom, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Like, what just happened? All right, and then
Uh,
the coach seen it, they recognize it. So, are you a believer in people do recognize potential? Because after that, there was no 5 touchdowns no more in one
nah,
game. There was no
nope,
2 touchdowns in no
nope.
more game.
I was right back at receiver. I
Right, but
was
they stuck
blocking.
with you. They
Yeah,
knew that when your position, they seen the potential in you, right? And then they offer you a scholarship to go play at Eastern Michigan.
mhm,
So you believe that you never know who watching
yeah,
potential works.
yep, yeah. I talk to that same recruiter to this day.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's something.
yep,
And that's something. So that goes. That's just God at work.
yeah,
That's all that. That's just God
yeah,
at
man. That's
work.
just yeah,
Right. And I was just talking about, you said you still talk that same recruiter that recruited you right at Eastern Michigan. It goes back to the coach, not for a season, not just for a playing reason, for life.
yeah,
And that's when you know that it was sent. That coach was sent to you. He was there for you.
yeah,
He was there for you. Cause everybody now, I think you're the only one with Eastern Michigan.
yep.
And I know a lot of the guys did pretty good that game too, because that was a real good game. And they had a guy, I mean, they had a receiver that was 6'6". You know, you had
Yeah.
Lowe, we had Gallen, you had a whole bunch of guys out there playing. So a lot of top players, but to get recognized with all of them guys, it did work out for you.
Yeah.
But then that was football. That was football. But at the same time, doing football, right? You know, we come up from Fort Lauderdale. We're here. We had a big change. Give me what motivated Donald. What motivated Donald to make sure that everything that he believed he was going to achieve
Yeah.
in high school? Because that's where we met Donald Scott.
Yeah.
What motivated Donald?
Uh, I come from. It's like I come from a place from abuse and adoption and stuff like that. So I didn't have like too many, you feel me, goals or dreams. I didn't know, where I was gonna end up, sometimes. So it's like I didn't have an identity of where I wanted it to go.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like sports to me was still it's like an escape, So um it's like sports didn't hit uh it's like really hit to me until my junior year, because I wasn't thinking about college or none. Ain't know what college was,
Mm-hmm.
All I knew was Florida,
Mm-hmm.
So um yeah, it's like when it's like that Eastern Michigan recruiter, hit Coach Dio. I'm like, what, me?
Yeah.
Me?
What?
I'll, you feel me? I don't catch touchdowns like that. Like, so again, a full ride, to a lower level Division 1, in Michigan. I'll take it. I mean, I had other offers like Bethune-Cookman and FAMU and stuff, Navy, but nah, I was going up north.
I
I was
heard that.
going
So you
north.
had a motivation. You had something behind you to push you. You know, you had to find that identity. Like, who is
Yeah,
Donald Scott, right? Well, where am I going? What direction I'm going? But at the same time, you got to agree that there are some people in your life that God put in your life. I didn't know you were gonna be coming up here from Fort Lauderdale. You know, I remember one time we had a game, and I think we just beat up on somebody. You know, we were good that year. We were whooping up on everybody. And after the game, had about what 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we all done jumped in the car and drove to Georgia. You remember that?
yeah,
We had a car driving to Georgia. Now I don't think none of y'all knew this. Now anybody don't be blaming me now. We got back to Gameville. Boy, I almost ran off the road. I was so sleepy. I had to pull out the road. Y'all ain't even know. Y'all were already knocked out because we came from
yeah,
playing that game. We don't fell asleep. I got me a nap. I jumped back up. I said, let's go. We trucked all the way to Athens, Georgia.
yeah. We did.
Me, you, Lo, and I think was it, Keith Postal.
Yeah,
You remember that?
yeah,
Drove up there and went to watch Georgia play. I think they're playing Georgia Tech,
yeah,
or yeah, they're playing against Georgia Tech. And we up there and we watching the games, and it was just amazing
yeah.
experience. The talk, the ride, us up
A
there,
little recruiting
going,
trip.
yeah, recruiting trip.
Yeah,
We ride. We had our own recruiting trip,
yeah.
right? And I don't know if your aunt and nobody knew what we were doing. They're like, "You going with Colo? All right, go ahead."
Yeah.
They trusted that, right? They trusted they was using good hands, and we up there we experienced a college game. Was that your first college game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was beside the classic, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I know. But
Other than that, that was fun.
that was fun. We was upstairs, they cooking. What I don't know what they were eating upstairs, up top on the field.
Yeah,
And I think Embry was playing.
yeah, Ember.
Embry people was playing, and one of our guys was out there playing, and got a chance to see him play and see that anything possible you can make it. If he can do it, you can do it. This is it. This is where we're going. Now none of us end up going to the Georgia
Yeah,
or Georgia Tech, but just that experience alone, you can remember. Here it is now. That was back in 2010,
yeah,
9.
yeah,
And we here there 14 years later, and we still remember that moment and still remember that experience that you had.
yeah,
Did that motivate you?
yeah. Because I found myself playing as a true freshman, football,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in, catching touchdowns in Ohio State,
Mm-hmm.
against Michigan State,
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Yeah.
all that.
It make you light up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see you
yeah,
light up
yeah,
over there.
yeah, yeah.
I
It's
see
like
you light.
everything came to life for real. Yeah,
Right. I mean, and here's the thing about one of the biggest things, having the people right with you and help you. I remember the recruiting process. We talked to Eastern Michigan coach. I'm talking to the football coach, and you had somebody that was talking to the track coach. I can't remember who it was. It was somebody else, some guy. I don't remember who it was, but he was talking to the track coach. We talked to the football coach and everything. Donna signed with Eastern Michigan. He gone to Eastern Michigan, and probably one of the few guys to play football and track at Eastern Michigan that year, or them couple years.
Yeah.
Now,
A long time.
a lot of people don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Back in the day, Florida State did it. Deion Sanders, Sammy Smith, they did both.
Yeah.
Then out of the way, they like, I'm not doing that anymore. It's all about football, football, football.
Yeah.
You did both for all 4 years. Competed all
Yeah.
4 years. And then I looked at some stats. In 2011, I think you ranked like 71. In one
Oh,
of the,
yeah.
yeah. 2012, 13, I think you're about 123.
Yeah. I was.
I'm just breaking. So then we get up, all of a sudden we 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Now we
Yeah.
5th. Now here it is,
Second.
2nd. Amazing.
Yeah, man.
That journey, that drive
Yeah.
to be the best triple jumper at Eastern Michigan, in the country. At that moment, was Olympic even a thought?
Nah. Again, I was just out there doing 2 sports, but having fun. Again, but doing 2 sports, I was always busy, you know. So, what we got spring ball, and then after spring ball, you know, I do some outdoor meets, and then go to the championships and whatnot, and then go straight back to football fall, and then the games, and then um, I'll be done with football in November, December-ish, and straight back to track. So
Wow. Year round.
listen, my body would just keep going, and that's all I knew. So it was it's like I was used to it. So and then around my junior year, no, my senior year, I just fell out of love with football because, you know, I ain't like losing all the time, you know. So all that, it really changed the dynamic. And then we had a teammate that got killed, you know. So the dynamic was all just, you feel me, going downhill. So I just scratched it. I ain't even do my pro day. I mean, I wish I would have now,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, but
Why you wish you would have now? I mean,
cuz,
you
man,
know, like 8 years ago. What I mean, you about 32 years old now, so
man,
about 10 years ago, now
I
you
feel
talking
like
you
I
wish you
could
would
have
have did
did
it.
something, man.
You know, it's funny you say that
Something.
because I remember talking. I like to use, different scenarios. I dealt with so many athletes, and I
Yeah.
use Low a lot because it's a lot of challenges, different stuff we did with him. And I remember he said, I don't know if I want to go to NFL. Then I talked to Ember. I remember, I don't know if I want to go to NFL. Then Isaiah, I'm like, what is going on? And then but I told all 3, go to pro day. At least you can come back and say, I did. We don't want to go back and say, I wish I did,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, even though now you're saying that, but your accomplishment in track still, to my opinion, outweighs, the choice that you made,
Yeah,
right? It
for sure.
outweighs. It's all good. People
Yeah,
say
for
that,
sure.
but I
Yeah,
mean,
for sure.
how many people you actually can sit there and say that they played 2 sports in college all the way through for years, and then had an opportunity to go compete at the Olympic? Man, I can't even name. I mean, I really can't name him. And they
Yeah,
see
you right.
this guy was at Florida Gator. He's a wide receiver at Florida Gators, a running back, and they showed him the other day. He was Olympian. He did Olympian, came back and ran, played football. He's like, forget it. He showed the same thing. People always look back and say that, but there's no reason looking back.
Yeah.
I mean, because only a few in this world can say I'm Olympian. I don't care if you got first place or 8th place.
Yeah.
You still Olympian.
2-time.
2-time, right?
Yeah.
So
It's a lot.
only a few people can actually say that. I mean, how many people even know Olympian? Think about that. A lot of people don't even know them.
Mm-mm.
And I say that because it goes back to nowadays youth kids that focus on just football, boys, football, 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 football. They putting all their eggs in one basket right now. This, I'm gonna play football, I'm gonna make it. They still got that dream to be an NFL player. But it's getting harder and harder every single day to be an NFL player. Because NFL is a dream, a college degree is reality. So let's roll right into that there. College degree. Donna Scott is a college graduate, alumni at Eastern Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
What degree you have?
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice. So
Yeah.
so you telling me I played football, I ran track,
Mm-hmm.
and I graduated. I don't know what percentage can do it.
Yeah.
What was the drive? What was the drive? 'Cause it had to be many moments you were saying, I'm done. or this is hard. What was that drive to keep you going for 4 years to make sure you accomplish? That's three things. You're trying to be a
Yeah.
top football player, trying to help the team win, and you're trying to be a NCAA champion in the triple jump,
Mhm.
and a college graduate. How hard was that?
Um, I mean, it was pretty easy because I was having fun,
Mm,
and it's like when you're having fun with it, you know, and you love it, you feel me? You just wake up and do it, over and over. But again, my drive was just me coming from where I come from, you know. I just always said I want to excel, you feel me, and not it's like ever be down, you feel me, to that level again,
right,
So I don't know. It's like winning is fun, doing what I do is fun, and being an inspiration is also fun,
right.
So that's why
Well, I
I'm
think that
still doing it.
I would take it to keep the fun in the game right now. If you look at it now, because of the money now, the
Yeah.
NIL money, and they making more money in college. They're making in this as a
Man.
rookie in NFL. They getting money in high school now. NIL in high school.
Yeah,
Matter of
it's
fact, they got
it's
NIL in Pop Warner now.
man, it's
I'm
it's
telling you, money, 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 money. Everybody, they dress different. They have different uniforms on the field. Like you have a team, and they the Jags, or they're the Daughters, or they the different pro team, but they got different gear, different uniform, different names, right? So I don't know if they're having fun anymore. It's so much business now,
yeah.
and a lot of people are struggling with that because they don't know how to have fun.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on the kid, because everybody can get those NILs, so it it does take the fun, especially out of it, and then it puts more pressure on the parents. Oh, you feel me? It's a lot.
Right. So you struck a nerve right there a little bit when you said about mental side of it. They always talk about the mental side of sports and dealing with kids, and because nowadays like parents want that instant gratification, right? Like, I want it right now, and you saying being patient and focus on the mental side of it. What do you elaborate on that part for me for a minute?
Because it's like being an athlete, you put yourself through a lot of, stress on the body, on the mind, So, it's like everything is being broken up, it's like your mental always thinking about what you got to do, eat, weights and whatnot, and then, you know, it's 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 a lot. So it can, especially trying to be the best. You think about that all the time. It hurts your mind. So you got to have some decompressors. To um, it's like keep you calm
Hmm.
uh, and keep you in the moment versus
Right.
always. Um, it's like thinking you got to be perfect. You know, and it shouldn't be all about trying to be perfect because again, that's what takes uh, that's what takes the fun out of it.
Right.
So it's like that mental side has to be stronger, than the physical side for sure.
Right, right. So instead of being so much aggressive on them and go, go,
Yeah,
go, putting the pressure, 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 instant gratification.
yeah, them,
Hey, they young, they kids.
yeah,
Even in high school, there's some pressure now. Even more pressure now since they got NIL and a lot of stuff in high school, and then with how they with college and the transfer portal, so much stuff changing. And what people have to realize too, all that NIL and portal, because football's so big, people forget that's the same thing in every sport. Other sports have the same thing when it comes to NIL and basketball and football. It ain't just football. It's
yeah,
more than just football. And I think people, because they're so locked in on one sport, they don't know. It's all sports have the same thing. Just maybe a little less people on the team, but it's all the same.
yeah.
But with that being said, I want to fast forward a little bit now, and we graduated from college. We're gonna pursue, we're gonna pursue the Olympics. Right, we're gonna give this a shot right here. Right, we'll see what it takes. And everybody think it's just easy. They don't know Olympics come every 4 years, right? And you have to win here to get there, right? Tell us about the first Olympic that before you even got to, when you start preparing for the first Olympic. How that process work? Was you nervous?
Yeah.
What's the regiment? Like, what support you have to have? Is it do they pay for it? Do you got to get sponsors? Or I mean, I people need to know because I don't think no one know how anything worked by being Olympian.
Yeah. Well, it's like once you leave college, you basically you're an unattached athlete.
Okay.
You know, unless you get signed with a deal, from a shoe company,
Okay.
or whatnot. But yeah, from that point on, if you're good enough to have an agent, an agent will sign you, and it's that agent's job to negotiate deals, find meets for you, and stuff like that. So yeah, but if you don't have a sponsor, it's either the agent can loan you money, or you work a 9 to 5, or something. It's like pay way the flights and the trials and stuff like that, the meets. So other than that, it's all on your own until you get a shoe deal.
Wow.
So it's definitely hard because it's a lot of people in the track world. It's a lot of fast people, a lot of people that jump far, high, throw. So it ain't no, you feel me, easy track. So luckily coming out of college, I was ranked number I think 2 out of college. So I knew, you feel me, I could do it on a higher level.
Right.
So I found my first agent out of college, and he was okay. He sent me to China, to I want to say Guyana and stuff like that. And then 2016, my first year as an unattached athlete, and it was the Olympic trials for Rio.
Right.
Olympics. So going in, qualifying day, I blew it out the frame. You feel me? I'm going to finals as number 1.
Wow.
So in my head, I'm like, wow, I'm leading right now, and I'm fresh out of college,
Right.
So it's a lot of emotions, a lot of stuff going through my mind, so we got a day off in between, and then compete the next day, so I go in there, feeling confident and whatnot, and I don't know what happened, but things did not go as planned, so I missed making the 2016 Olympics by like an inch, so it's like that set a fire in me to keep pushing.
Right.
Cause I was right there for making that team.
Right.
So that it's like that set that fire in me to keep going.
Right.
And push for Tokyo Olympics.
Right. Wow. Wow. Man, a process. People think it's easy, but it's a lot that goes into it to be Olympian. And that's why it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Because, it ain't just because I'm fast, but I got to be not just fast, I got to be fast. So I got to jump high. I got to jump far. I got to throw low. I got to throw far for someone to say, hey, I'm going to take a chance on you, or I'm going to sponsor you. I'm going to put some money behind you. I'm going to sign you. That's whole other process. So the ones that don't have that, they got to work 9 to 5 and train, all that. It ain't easier than you think. But once again, if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Yeah.
From there. So 2017, you do go win. You win the USA indoor.
Yeah,
Right.
indoor.
2018 or 19, you went outdoor.
18, I won outdoor.
You won the outdoor.
Yeah.
Now, in that process, and now you made it to your first Olympic in what year?
Tokyo 2021.
2021. We're in Tokyo. And that's kind of was a tough time because that was the COVID time, right?
Yep, COVID
so
time.
now things ain't an easy one to experience. You look for a great experience, but everybody a little bit on ice.
Yeah.
Everybody a little tight in what they're doing. But you went to Tokyo, and you're there in Tokyo. Run us through that experience.
Man, well, in my eyes, it was pretty boring because we couldn't do nothing. It's like everybody was stuck in their little box, even in dining hall, we were separated by cubicles, with it's like plastic walls up and stuff. So, we couldn't do much. We got COVID tested every single morning. We couldn't leave the village unless, they're gonna send you right back home. So we couldn't explore. It was just we gotta leave the village just for practice and competition.
That's it.
and that was it. I mean, the food was good, but other than that, you know,
Just a regular track meet at this
a
moment.
regular track meet at this moment.
Yeah.
And then we had no fans, so
Yeah. No
it
fan or
was,
nothing. Everybody watching online, right? You're like, what I'm gonna
yeah,
do? So, but now, so that was another. That was a challenge. That
yeah,
was a challenge not to be able to have fun. And what I'm
yeah,
hearing from Donna is, Scott, is I need to have fun. Having fun and make me go faster, make me go harder, make me enjoy what I'm doing. 'Cause I'm having fun. Now
yeah,
I'm out here in the Olympian not having fun. I'm here, I'm happy, but I'm
yeah,
not having fun. So I got to go still got to go to compete. Whether you're having fun or not, you still at the Olympics. You got to compete to try to be a gold medalist.
mm-hmm.
And it's back to something I want to say too. I was seeing athletes go crazy when they're a silver and a bronze. Like they don't win gold. The one that second, third, they act like they won gold.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big deal just to get a medal. Period. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it is.
You didn't want to get 1, 2, 3. Anything after that, nobody remembers,
Nope.
but you. That's what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
right? So you there? You're in the preliminaries. How did you do in the preliminaries?
I think I did good. If I recall, I probably was like fifth, place going to the finals. It was tough, but I managed to get seventh.
Yeah.
So especially it's like not making 2016. So to be on that team was pretty. It felt good. I belonged to be there.
Correct.
And I wasn't satisfied with my results, but hey, I take seventh in the world.
Yeah. Hey,
at the
I'm gonna say that
Olympics,
too.
so.
How many triple jump did they take to the Olympics? How many go?
I think top 32 in the world.
Wow. And you got 7.
Yeah.
That's big. Congratulations.
Thank
Regardless of what. You might can't do backward flips on that ground, them 3 medals, but to be 7th, that's still a huge accomplishment because there's a lot of people, first of all, can't get to the Olympics. Second of all, even get top 8, and that is still huge, right?
Yeah.
And you say, okay, now I got to try this one more time. But that's a 4-year difference. What do Donna do or Olympia even do for 4 more years to even get to that next step? I mean, and you're getting older.
Yeah.
I mean, that got to be hard to maintain, right? For 4 years. Right? I know he's doing competition. I know that. You
Yeah.
still got competition. You got to go out there. Still got to win. And you got an age. You got to still win. Because them agents want you to keep winning.
Yeah.
If you got a shoe contract, you better keep winning.
Yep.
Because they can take it at the same time they gave it.
Yep.
What did Donna do to maintain and to stay strong to get to the 2024 Olympics?
Well, luckily, I did get a sponsor in 2019, and I'm still with Adidas right now until the end of this year. But I would say that helped for sure with the bonuses and stuff like that, and also coaching on the outside, and also, having some investments coming in, But I would say just my drive, still wanting that gold medal,
Right.
Or hey. I'll take a bronze. I just want a medal.
I know you took a bronze.
man.
I'm telling you, man. Every time somebody get a bronze, you would thought they won a race
It's
this
big,
year.
especially for the track world.
Yes.
You get a medal,
It's huge.
it changes your life a little bit.
Yeah. You can walk around with that, though. You tell you get and you get off that airplane, boy, that chest get bigger on. I can see. It don't matter you're arching it or whatever it is. You
Right.
come out there seeing the kid Quincy, boy, he got an airport where I know, man, he was just like big old smiles. Well, man, that was a big deal. What's your thoughts on that now? Got a young kid, 16 years old out there. He ran in the heat. Didn't run his personal best, but he was there. He competed. All the guys would give him a lot of love. Hanging on, we got you. And then he didn't run in the finals. They go win. They got they win a gold medal. What's your thoughts on a 16-year-old kid out there running Olympics?
That's a lot of pressure. And like I said, the mental part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a lot of pressure of being the best at such a young age, especially, on the way social media is and how life is right now. Like, that's a lot of pressure. So to be out there on that big stage, it can be intimidating. But luckily, all the vets was there to,
Right.
pick him up and stuff like that. But and we all have, you know, it's like those big bad moments,
Yeah.
you know. So, but he'll be back. Um, yeah,
I definitely can tell though.
he'll be
It's
back
like
in the
when you
spot.
line up, in that 400 meters, you know, 'cause I mean, I love track. And track always been my thing. I always train track, coach track, and I knew when I looked at his face expression, you could tell that his heart was pounding. You can just tell, just by looking at it, his heart would pound 100 miles per hour.
Yeah,
And when your heart pounds 100 miles per hour, you can't breathe the right way.
yeah,
It's just what it is. There's butterflies, there's nervous, and there's scared. There's three different things. And when you're scared, I don't care what nobody said, that heart rate pounding so fast like running from a rock wall.
yeah.
And now you're running, and you think you're the best person in shape, but the heart rate have to match up with the breathing when you're doing training. And I can see it happening for him, but at that young age. So it goes back to the mental side. We have to make sure that athletes or these youth kids have strong support, right? Especially when it comes to the mental side,
Yeah,
you know, in
for
the
sure.
sport world. And that was a prime example,
Yeah.
right? A prime example, because that's a difference than world champion and Olympic champions.
Yeah.
They're totally two different things right there. You at home, you got cameras on, but it ain't like that kind of camera, right? Your first time out there, you just trying to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You just trying to get in, right? You just running. It's almost like,
Yeah.
I did all right. I did okay. I'm good. But you get an Olympics, like, oh no, son. You got to run,
Yeah.
right? It's a lot of pressure on you. Even the vet's got his back, but that's a lot of pressure. Like they trying to make you got to win to get to the finals.
Yep.
Or you got to be a top 2 or top 3. So
Yep.
that was huge for him.
Yeah.
That moment, I remember the moment you was in 5th that year, and anytime you could have came back and jumped farther and got 3rd or got 2nd, that moment, was the pressure there for you? Was the heart rate pounding? Was the nervousness there? Or if it wasn't, what did you do to keep it from getting to that level? Because this is it. I'm in the finals.
Yeah.
I can be a gold medalist. That guy can scratch. Huh? He can scratch. And you jump your regulars and become the gold medalist. What kept you where you able to jump and not scratch or not mess up?
I would say practice. You know, everything, you know, that happens at the meets got to happen at practice.
Right.
You know, got to put yourself in bad situations at practice in order to, it's like just in case anything happens at the meet, you got to be, it's like ready for it. But I can say for myself, I mean, and it's like I compete against these guys all the time.
Right.
It's like I've been to all these types of meets with these people before. It's really no stress unless I put it upon myself.
Right.
You know, so I just show up and just try to do what I do at practice.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Now, I know it's a lot of time, and I like that because the way you practice, the way you play, you know, they say. But this year, you know, at the Olympics, 2024, you make it again, right? You do a lot of great accomplishments. You know, you're a champion. You won some meets, you know, this was 2023 or 2024. I think you won a couple of meets there.
Yeah.
Now I'm there for Olympian, I'm flying in over there, and when you get there this time, you're out. Easy to be distracted now because there was a lot of movie stars, a lot of professionals, guys out there, best of the best in every sport.
Yeah.
And you right there with them now. You right beside some of the best players in the world in every sport. Was there anyone there that you seen and say, wow, I'm here with, wow, I made it, wow, he impacted, she impacted me, wow, it's an honor to be here with these people. If you can name 3 people, and it can be any 3, no matter where we're going, or who it is, 3 people that impacted you while you were there at the 2024 Olympics. 3 people, give me 3.
I would say it's like I'm around. It's like pros all the time, you know. But just to be in the same area as LeBron, as a Simone Biles, as a Stephen Curry, you know, Kevin Durant,
Right.
you know, all those type guys are just like, yeah, this. It's nice. Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here with a billionaire.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
it's good.
I'm here
Yeah.
with one of the greatest basketball players in history.
Yep.
One of the greatest, right? There's a big argument about him, Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, and Kobe Bryant, but
Yeah.
he is one of the greatest.
Yep.
I'm with Kevin Durant. I'm with Stephen Curry.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. I'm hanging with one of the best rappers in history who created hip hop, or hip hop what it is today. Then you there with Simone Biles, got the best Olympian ever. I mean,
Coco Golf, you know.
just every sport they're there, you with them. I mean, you ever dream as a kid, I'm gonna be standing in a room at Olympics with the best athletes in the world, and then you had support. You know, I got to break. This on the Listen Low show, so low. I keep it raw. I keep it real. You had support because you just, you know, we just see it out. You're engaged, and you had support there. Tell us about that moment, because I know that had to be huge to be there with family.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you had support multiple ways. So who was there? Tell them the support, and how did that help you while you was there? Tell us about it.
Well, it's always good having supports at meets, especially these big meets, you know. And then at the same time, you want other people to, you know, have this experience with you.
Right.
You know, so I had my dad there, and then I had my fiance, her family there. I had my first coach at Eastern, he was there. My second coach at Eastern, he was there. And then my now current coach, he was there.
Wow.
You know, so a lot of people, you know, all my training group, I'm partners here, you know, so it's a lot of support, you know, and having that makes you feel relaxed, you know.
Yeah. They got you.
Yeah.
They got you.
Yeah, so everybody was there, you know, great experience. You got out, viewed the city and whatnot, you know, just have a good time.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, so
experience of a lifetime.
Sounds good, yeah.
Experience of a lifetime with family. Everybody's there. But I knew one thing. In 2028, when next Olympic?
Yep.
2028, Los Angeles.
Yep.
My son lived there, Low. And guess who's going to be there with Donald? Coach Low.
All right, now
So
I
add me
heard
to
it.
the pot.
Yeah,
We already talked. I already called Low. Man, you know Donald coming up there. We got doing it one more time. All right, I'm gonna be there. So that's the goal. That's our plan. You know what I mean? To get there and finally get my first Olympian in with someone I know. I know you're gonna make it. I know the hard work gonna get you there. You know what I mean? And then I know you said fiance. I just like to bring it on because it's a show forward, right? Your fiance is a gold medalist.
Yeah.
You know, also hurdler, 110 high hurdle, 110 low hurdle they call it, right? For the girl,
100 meter.
for the women, right?
Yeah, 100-meter hurdle.
100-meter hurdle. And this year she pulled in and brought in the bronze this year there. You know, right? So like I said, from 4 years to 4 years, anything can change, especially in that there, right? So no,
Yeah,
but
man.
everybody had their expectation, but they came home with another medal. Put it in the household, right? We can see it every day. To see the motivation, you know, from there. So it's definitely awesome, you know, to have that partner right there, that somebody got the same vision, same goal, same grind, and same belief that you have to continue to win a gold medal or to win a first gold medal or get another gold medal.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome right there,
Keep
too.
pushing, yeah.
Yeah, keep pushing from there. So if you had to leave anything, Donald, to the youth kids out there or high school, even collegiate, that focus on just football and not another sport like track or something to motivate them that maybe they could be Olympian one day, what would you tell them?
I would say don't put your eggs in one basket, because it's like doing that just sets yourself up to think one-minded, and there's so many other options, you know, because you still got to go to school and do your work, so it can't be all about just football, you know. So don't put your eggs in one basket. You feel me? Set your goals and take the steps to get there. You know, be patient with yourself. You know, get help. It's like mentally if you need it. You know, and just always surround yourself with good people. And those key elements right there has took me a long way for sure.
Well, good, man. I'm glad I had an opportunity to sit in here with you from coach, player relationship, from coach-trainer relationship, and not just friend relationship. You got a lot of big things coming up. You got a lot of big dreams and that you want to continue to do, and a thing that you want to do for the community. Bring the track world here right now. We talk about bringing the track world here to Orlando, Central Florida, bringing the track right here, bringing a professional to come in and run track. Florida's a hotbed. Most a lot of guys that's fast, Turner, all that they come from track. Shakari Richardson, a lot of them they train right down here. Dennis Mitchell trained was a coach right here. So it's a lot of guys right here that have some of the fastest guys. Justin Gatlin, he's right here. So if we can bring track to Central Florida, I think that'll change the game. People have different perspective of the game. One do more than one just sport, and I know that's one of your dreams to do right here. So I want everybody to stay tuned, because when we say Donald Scott track and field complex, we're gonna make sure y'all get there, make sure they be there. Anybody want to be part of it, that want to do it, we'd love to have you. Got so many youth track clubs right here, like Fort Lauderdale Track Club. They got over 100, 200 athletes right here in Central Florida. So there's a lot of opportunity for youth to do track in the summer, in AAU and USA Track and Field, and move on. We actually had a couple guys at Fort Lauderdale that actually did track and that went on to run in college, and also Olympian, Jamal Torrance ran years and years ago. So that's another a company that we're proud of right here in Central Florida, so I can't wait. So thank you for coming on the Listen Low show. I mean, now people know that, hey, it's bigger than just football out there. There's more out there than football. That's track, right? Anything possible, you put your mind to it. And you heard it right here on the Listen Low show. Like we said, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. So put your mind to it. Remember, though, it's a mindset of greatness, a commitment of greatness, a sacrifice of greatness, and a passion of greatness that makes you have all four and makes you continue to push all the way through. And make sure you got the right person behind you. Strong backbone, strong support, and a strong mindset. And you on the Listen Low show. Make sure you like us, share it, and subscribe on YouTube at Camp King, Camp for K, 12 YouTube. And we'll see you next time.